I'm sorry, John. I'm on this new medication, and my perineum is on fire.
Here's how beautifully you craft these bits. It took me a while to understand that was an inflamed perineum. At first, if I may, the physical crafting you do, and obviously the stage fighting classes you've taken, and all the things, the control you have over your body. At first, I thought, sciatica? It's clearly in the nether region.
Yeah.
It was the bowing of the legs.
It's the telltale giveaway of an inflamed perineum. Do we think? Do we think it's? Do we think it's? Should I go first?
You go first.
Okay. We hear perineum, and then we've also heard perineum.
I thought you were going to say taint.
The layman's term, sure.
Don't denigrate the term.
Perineum sounds like
poor man's perineum.
A perineum sounds like a flower.
In many ways, isn't it? A delicate.
Yeah.
The bouquet.
Yes.
The aroma.
Yes.
Did you know, in your life, first of all, the way you walk, it's the difference between just an actor and a craftsman.
You gotta throw your whole body into it.
By the time you were done, my perineum hurt. That's how powerful it was.
Transference. You felt it.
No question.
That's good acting. Or is it acting?
There is no way. Is that the one part of your body that is corroding? I think. Is that your Achilles perineum?
You know the portrait of Dorian Gray? I have a painting in my attic. I call it my attic. My Attica. As just a rotting, old, decrepit taint. And I also have one where it looks like a spaceship. It's called the Perineum Falcon. Yeah.
I do hope you'll get that checked out.
Yeah, It is. I have wondered this.
Do you
about the? You can't. Every commercial is for a medication.
No question.
Everyone talks about the perineum and how it's some sort of side effect. The other thing they'd also mention is, which is in a way even more disconcerting, because they do it with kind of a cheery voice.
Right.
It's talking about bloody or black stools.
Is there a painting in your attic about that you want to tell us about? The other thing that drives me crazy, they always say, and don't take it. Like, they've given you 5 reasons not to take this.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to be thinking to yourself, the eczema's not that bad that I would risk my entire
Wouldn't you rather have a little, a flaking on your arm or something? Yeah.
One kid at the beach, and he's like, on my elbow. And they're literally like, your balls will fall off. But so they go through that, and they think like, oh, these 5 things will not have dissuaded you. The final one is always my favorite. And don't take it if you are allergic to it.
Yeah. I know. What's the giveaway? I think I might be allergic to this. Yeah, everything.
How would you know unless... Paul, I'm going to be honest with you.
Finally!
I didn't even know you still did movies. I just thought I thought you were a WebMD doctor, and I just brought you out here to talk strictly...
Strictly
medicines. Do you have? I am at the point now where I'll read an article on biohacking, and they'll be like, it's an injection of NAD and ultraviolet rays, and you can't go outside for 3 months. And I'd be like, I would do that.
There is a thing that is so strange that we are so insistent on letting everyone believe they are sick in this country.
Oh shit! You just got real.
Oh. No, but every commercial is one of these medicines. And my daughter, when she was little, you just watch TV. It was unavoidable. You play games with your kids of all right, we're gonna go through. We have to name. You have to come up with a food. We're gonna go through A for apple, banana, cherries, or whatever. We used to do.
No, keep going. I want to see how.
D would always throw us. No, we could never. But
Dates.
We used to do it. My daughter would be 4 years old, and we would do it with medicines. She'd be like, Abilify. And I swear to God, we could make it through the entire alphabet. 4 years old. Normally you skip X, but she's Zeljans. It's
right.
Not a bit. That's really true.
How many times are we going to do Zoivirax and Zithromax?
Yeah. Xanax didn't even make the cut.
God damn. It is a very interesting,
Remember Anacin? Good old Anacin.
Right, and it cured everything.
I just remember as a kid, I think all we had was Anacin, Bufferin, Bayer. And aspirin commercials.
Looks like somebody lived in a nice neighborhood.
Well,
I had St. Joseph's Children's aspirin, and I was 17 and had chlamydia.
But how was your perineum? Gorgeous.
As Rihanna would say, shine like a diamond. You could eat off of that thing, and boy, did I try.
We all tried.
Can I tell you something? I've missed you.
I've missed you too.
What?
I haven't. I think the last time I
see you every now and again at an event.
Yeah.
Once you move out of the city, for those urban sophisticates, you are a dead man. I live out in New Jersey, and I would say to Paul, hold on 1 second. Hard disagree. But I see you. You are living now the dream that I sometimes think of, your Kansas City Chiefs. They keep winning Super Bowls. You're out there with your son on the field, celebrating that thing. It's such a magical time. Our kids are around the same age, so we're they're going through the thing. It's a big transition. Do you feel the empty nest of it all? That's slowly starting to dawn on me.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I mean, I certainly feel older, and my kids are older. They have their own lives. Right. I mean, I'm sitting here, getting nostalgic about the Abilify game, and so as I'm talking about it, and I see, people with little kids. I'm like, I remember that, and I do feel
it's the whole the thing for me when I see someone whose kid is at that age where you can still do the football hold.
Right.
And you got the coffee in one hand and the kid in the other, and then so the cigarette can just dangle. And
yeah.
It's a wild feeling when it washes over you, but it's also nice to, I guess, have them at that other the conversations you can have with them are so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's you always hear that and that it's every age is great, and it's true.
Right.
And it's an amazing thing. I was just in Australia, working in Australia, and my son was on break from school, and he came to visit. It was the first time ever by himself, and it was
came to visit you in Australia.
Yeah,
fantastic.
It was great.
Did you? The one thing I didn't do, and I probably should have done, is make friends. So. They have to be there. I own them. Mm-hmm. But when they leave, it's just me eating a Jersey Mike's by myself watching a game.
Well, I don't know. Have you found this to be the case? Because I certainly have.
Yeah.
I think as I get older, my world gets smaller. And as far as friends, I do have friends, but I'm not nearly as social as I used to be.
Right.
I'm not on any actual social media. I never have been. So I do feel as if the world operates in a way that it's passing me by. It's like I sit alone with my books. I sound like a Simon and Garfunkel song. I am a rock.
You know, here's what's crazy. I'm going to tell you something. Look up for 1 second. I do this every time we're together.
God, my life is fucking horrible.
No. Before I let you go, I want to show the audience something. I want everybody at home to look at this. Paul is older than I am. And if I go home right now, my guess is somebody has ruined my taint painting.
You're tainting. You know, talk about an oil tainting.
Tell me about, he's got the movies, Death of a Unicorn. It's going to be in theaters everywhere. Friendship with Tim Robinson, who may be the funniest man. I laugh.
He's amazing.
Amazing.
Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson, and you're in the movie Friendship, which will deal with the things that we're just talking about.
Yeah.
And then a movie about killing unicorns.
Yeah.
Which we're not probably going to talk about that much.
Fine. We don't talk about any of this.
How do you, when you get, because the movie, it's wild, and you'll love it, and Jenna Ortega's in it, and she's great, and the cast is insane. But I can't, when they pitch to you, they go, Paul, there's this movie. We'd really love for you to be in it. You play a lawyer. And they go, oh, what does the lawyer do? Well, he's around murderous unicorns. Mm-hmm. And is that when you go like, look, I was in Marvel. I
get a thing that says called Death of a Unicorn. I'm like, where do I sign?
That's the beauty of the improv.
That's it.
Well, it is always a pleasure, and I hope that I host 1 day a week for the next 20 years, and you come back to see us again.
I would love nothing more, John. I hope so too.
Death of a Unicorn! In theaters everywhere, 28. Friendship!